handshake agreements?
Informal handshake agreements in business are fine as long as the stakes are clear. The more complicated it is, then the more you need to paper it. I think handshake agreements are efficient and fast, and I think there's a lot of tendency for people that are early in their entrepreneurial career to overly try to formalize things that don't need to be formalized. I'll give you an example. I'm talking to a new startup that's doing some really interesting things with recycling materials, and they want to bring me on as an advisor and give me equity in the startup. Done this a few times, it can be great. Now, that's going to be a lot of paperwork, a lot of contracts, and I think of all the startups that I've taken equity in, maybe only 2 or 3 out of 10 have ever produced a return. So do I want to invest in that administrative work, complicating my tax returns, if I'm not even sure this, look, startups have a high failure rate. It's just the facts of the matter. So this is a case where we're kind of going more with like a handshake agreement. One, I'm just starting to work with this team. I don't know if my personality is going to be a good fit for them. I don't know if my skill set will be a good fit for them long term. It seems to be right now, but they may pivot into other industries or other focuses where my skill set isn't as needed. And then you're in a weird situation where you kind of invested time. So for that kind of situation, I'm fine with a handshake deal and just kind of a feeling out period. There's been other times where a verbal agreement only has kind of come back to bite me because people have different memories of things, to put it charitably. And so I think at the very least, I probably wouldn't do any kind of financially consequential things on a handshake or verbal only. But there are times where I'll do things that have a reasonable amount of economic value based on an email agreement, just so at least there's some written record. So if my memory is failing me, I can just search for that email and get some reference. So at the very least, I would say maybe not handshake agreement, but an email prior to contracting sometimes is fine.